In this video, we'll set up a Slack account and take a quick tour of Slack. I am setting up my Slack account on a desktop computer using the invitation link from Canvas. So copying and pasting to the address bar and entering my email address. And then you'll get a confirm your email button and also a link to the workspace URL. So once you already have your account set up, you can go to the workspace by following this link, which you should probably add to your bookmarks or something like that. And now we have to set up our account. You can always change your name later, so don't worry about that. Use your full name though. Okay, so this is the Slack page. In the sidebar here, we have, this is where you'll get to a menu of things. More on that later. We've got threads, channels, direct messages, and apps. We start off in the admin channel. This is administrative information and announcements. You won't be posting to this channel. This is where you'll find things like the syllabus and important course announcements and updates. Everyone is automatically a member of this channel, and you probably want to receive notifications about this channel. You can adjust your notification preferences by each channel. So for example, click on the cog here and go to notification preferences. You have the option to mute the entire channel or ignore notifications for, I don't know how this works, to be honest, so maybe Google that. I don't recommend muting this channel or ignoring anything. You should probably definitely receive notifications for the admin channel of all of the things you get notifications for. Okay, let's take a look at the calendar channel. This is another one that you're not going to post in, but you are automatically a member of this channel. This is where I will post reminders to submit anything that is due. So homeworks and check-ins will always be due on Tuesdays. Papers will always be due on Fridays, not every Friday, just the Fridays that they're due. And reminders to complete and submit these will post here 2 days and 2 hours before the due date. So this is another one that you probably don't want to mute. Okay, next let's look at the content channel. This is where I will post links to papers, media, basically course content. This isn't a place that you'll need to post anything, and it's probably not a place that it's important to have notifications set up. So you can join the channel or not. It's up to you. If you don't join the channel, it's still a public channel, and you can see and click on links for anything that is posted here, but you won't get notifications for it. If you do join the channel, of course, you can click on the cog and then mute your notifications. Another channel that is for resources that you might not post to is the writing resources channel. So I haven't posted anything here yet, but I will post various writing resources I've suggested throughout the course. And if you find writing resources you want to share, you could join the channel and then share them. You have to join in order to participate or to receive notifications. But this is one, if you do join it, you probably want to turn off the notifications. Or not, maybe you like them. So channels where you won't necessarily be posting anything to: admin, calendar, content, and writing resources. And the content and writing resources will all be available on Canvas as well. Other channels include Random and Collaborate. These are channels that you might want to post to, as well as there's a channel for the Musgrove Conference. That's for our North Korean simulation. And you can create your own channels. So let's start by taking a look at the Random channel. This is where you can post anything, even if it's not necessarily course related. So you probably want to join this channel. And just for fun, you can post animated GIFs here. or GIFs, depending on your preferred pronunciation. So backslash Giphy space and then category. So say I want to post a cat thing. Oh, nice, classic. I like this one, but you can shuffle it and post others. Oh, it's a good cat. Now let's say I've decided that I actually don't want to share this after all. I can always delete my post. Now who would see that? Anyone who has joined the channel, depending on their notification preferences, might get a push notification to see your cat. Or anyone, whether they've joined the channel or not, can see it because it is in a public channel. If you can see the channel listed over here with the little pound sign, it is public. Probably you want to mute the random channel, but again, it's up to you. The Collaborate channel is another one that you probably want to join. This is a space where you can collaborate. What might you collaborate on? Homework assignments, including discussing readings and collaborating on your argument maps. So for homework 2, you're going to be asked to construct an argument map using MindMup, and you could share a link to that map here to share yours and look at other people's and come to a sort of collaborative decision on how that map should go. Feel free to discuss anything course related in this space. One thing you might want to do is discuss the reading. So you can post that here, and if you hover over it, you can react to things that people posted or start a thread. And that way you can have a more organized discussion, collaborating on different things. You can star messages. You can potentially do other things with the messages and that additional menu option. I've added the app Disco to this channel. If you click on Disco, it tells you how you can give kudos or props, which I assume is the same thing. So let's take a look at that. I'm gonna go backslash kudos, and then who am I giving them to? Well, let's see, I'll give them to me. Actually, and then give some kind of compliment. So then Disco stars, it basically posts that I have been given kudos. You can send me a direct message. And actually it goes to threads up here, and I'm not totally sure I know how threads work, but that's where that kudos went. Anyway, it's something you can do. Feel free to play with it. So that's channels. You can also add a channel. In particular, you might want to add a private channel. So say that you want to create a channel for your small group. My group. Maybe give it a more creative name than this, and then invite the members of your group. And if you create a private channel, you should invite me. Click this toggle button to make it private and create. And now you have a channel called My Group, and it's got a little lock symbol to show that it's private. Only the people who are members of this channel can see what goes on in here. You might want to make private channels for the Musgrove Conference as part of the North Korean simulation. And there's a public channel for discussions going on here, but you might want to have private ones. Okay, next let's take a look at direct messages. First, click on your own name. This is a space for you to post anything to yourself for yourself. So you can draft comments, thoughts as they occur, say during a discussion, things that you might want to touch on. You can keep links and files handy. So if you are planning to share your homework assignment as an electronic version in class, because you've brought your own laptop and you're just going to give your laptop to your partner to read your work, which is something you can do, this is a place where you might want to post it. Anything you want to share would be good to leave here. Let's see. The Disco app down here shows kudos that you have given, apparently. If you want to direct message somebody else, click the little plus sign here, and if you type a name, other people will show up. So you can pick people you want to direct message. Maybe you want to direct message me. So I said that Slack is my preferred method of communication, and this is how you would communicate with me. And then I would receive this message. Okay, under apps, you can add apps, including attaching your Google Drive. So if you use Google Drive, maybe because I have mine already set up, it does this. I don't know why it would set up a message for Google Drive, but you can, and it should prompt you to do this, add Google Drive to your Slack space, so that way you can share documents directly from Drive to Slack. Okay, another thing you might want to do is star certain channels. So maybe you star the ones that you actually participate in. So I've starred Collaborate, My Group, and the Random channel, things that I'm following particularly closely. At any rate, that's an option that you have. Okay, so we already looked at how to set up your notification preferences by channel. You can mute certain channels. You can also go to this little caret here to set up your profile and account and to set up your notification preferences. So let's click on Profile and Account. Here's my profile that I have set up. You can edit your profile, change your image, you can change your name. So maybe for the game, you'll want to set it up so that you probably want to set up the display name so it's clear who you are in the game. And that will change my name in the direct messages so people can see that. And there might be other profile things that you want to play around with. Feel free to look around. Let's move on to notification preferences. So go to Preferences, Notifications. If you're using a desktop or a laptop, you can enable your desktop notifications. You can follow threads. Like I said, I don't know how threads work exactly. You can have different settings for your mobile devices, which is probably something you want to do. You can choose keywords that if somebody posts one, you get a message, and you can set up the hours to not be disturbed. So you might set up these for the hours where you don't want to be disturbed, and you have a couple of other options here. Okay, so that, and then we'll click the X to go back to the collaboration space. So that is a brief overview of how the Slack workspace is laid out, where you should participate, and how to set up your profile and notifications.